Hello everybody and welcome to Hyrule Total War. Today we're starting a new series, obviously. I'm in the series starting screen. But what faction shall I play? Now, you guys gave me a lot of great suggestions. I'm actually very happy for that. You know, you guys put your input in and... well, it's cool to see that you guys actually, you're asking me to do certain things. Now, unfortunately, a lot of the factions that were suggested I don't really like. Or some of them are broken. And, well... I was actually going to go ahead and play the ZREO, because they're one of the more unique factions in that they can actually convert cities with religion, and they never really show up in the campaign otherwise. But the problem is that they crash in turn 15, and I have no idea why. You just can't play them. Which is actually kind of a bummer, because they're like an entirely ranged draw like mages and stuff, and they got some pretty colorful units. And, well, they completely destroy at defending sieges and just kill anything at the gate. But, unfortunately I can't do that. So the faction I will be playing is Lanayru Province. Yeah, I guess it looks like I'm continuing the Lanayru, or not the Lanayru, but the province tradition. And, well, they're fun. Pretty much they're kind of a group of Zora and Hylian hybrids, where they're kind of just the descendants of people who kind of crossbred, and they're not really accepted by Hyrule because they're not human. They're not really accepted by the Zora because they're not full Zora. And so they kind of fight for freedom. Unlike Ordona Province, they actually don't start allies with anybody. They're more independent than Ordona is. And they kind of fight for freedom and their own rights to exist because they're kind of oppressed on all sides. So I'm also choosing these because, one of the big complaints is when I suggested I play Labrina, was that there's already like 4 other Labrina series on YouTube already. Labrina is actually like the most popular faction, at least according to like initial poll results. And well, I looked around and I couldn't find any Lanayru playthroughs. No dedicated Lanayru playthroughs, at least, within the first page of YouTube, so I figured I'd try something that, just something nobody else has done. So, their goals here are to actually hold Hyrule proper region, so Hyrule, like the capital of Hyrule, pretty much, Hyrule Castle. And then Dominion Valley, which is the capital of the Zora. You have to hold 30 regions, including those 2. And, yeah. So not only, we're not kind of allies with Hyrule, I'm actually encouraged to declare war on them. And fortunately for me, Hyrule is very eager to declare war on anybody. So, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go make these on hard. I can give battle limits. Manage all cities, do that. Alright. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start this. Make sure there's no thing going on yet. Alright, let's go. And of course, now I have to go ahead and actually make a new soundtrack for the game. Because my Ordona one's made entirely of Ordona themed songs, a couple other ones, but there's plenty of songs from Adam Halpin and Zelda Orchestrated, which I can take advantage of. These aren't my Zora, these are the Dominion Zora, by the way. Here we go. Good day and welcome, my lord. Lunatella is pleased with me. She has put me in command of Lanayru Province in development. Such a place comes with great responsibility, though. It would be very wise to heed the advice. For years, the inhabitants of the province have been harassed and called by so-called purebloods, by both Hylians and Zoras, are disgusted with the practices that are commonplace here in Lanayru. In particular, the hybrid offspring of Hylian and Zora couples have not settled well with the closed-minded and dogmatic people of the kingdom and the Dominion. We are peaceful people that have paid tribute to both empires, and despite here is very possible threat in either empire will turn on us. To purify those of us who have refused to abide by their strict creeds is unfair and certainly an act against the goddesses to war against people because they love another race. For the sake of our people and their children, be mindful of our 2 neighbors and do not be afraid to take arms against them should they push their influence to us. With that, the royalty bids me luck and hopes me that I will keep the Lanayru state. Keep Lanayru in a state of peace. May the spirits of Lanayru and the goddesses be with you, my lord. Alright, so here we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and toggle the fog of war so you guys kind of get the idea what the map looks like up here. So it's all coast up here. And here we got Death Mountain. And so I'm up here up north a little bit. And looks like the Wizard of starting the Zora. That's interesting. But so Hyrule Prime is down here. And so I need to capture that. And you got Domain Prime here, I want to capture that. So the plan is to kind of spread out east along this coast, kind of, and capture kind of everything to the west of this river. And then from there, kind of plan out. That's what takes no peek, but it's not quite as important to the plan. It's just kind of fun to have. Go ahead and just turn that off. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reduce the tax rate of Rutoland. Hopefully they won't rebel. I'm going to go ahead and go build mines here first, because that's 200 per turn, which means in 10 turns I actually make that back. And later what's cool is to kind of have like a regular, just like a basic barracks, and then afterwards you kind of upgrade that barracks to however you want it to be. And go ahead and first build an embassy here, and then I'm going to go ahead and build a war center. And so go ahead and end that first turn. Nothing happens till the second turn in this game. We got Aida, the Construct Master. Not sure how a fishwoman sounds, I'm not going to read that in her voice. I am humbled leader. My name is Aida, and I am responsible for starting the conscript program in Lanayru Province. With it, we'll always have a standing army to defend our borders. If you need my help with any military matters, please do let me know. And peace be with you, friend. I am Creator Tello of Lanayru Province. Most expect me to rule from the throne, but I feel it is my duty to walk amongst the sick and heal their sufferings. With times of war near, I will be needed for such things. So Creator Tello is obviously my faction leader, and Aida is another person. It's interesting, I can actually hire conscripts for 100 rupees in every settlement. So I can kind of get a large number of cheap units pretty quickly. What I'm going to do is go ahead, go down here, and build a watchtower here so I can kind of watch the border a little bit. And get these groups to get together. Here, and have this person kind of move off straight into Snow Peak. I don't think she has enough troops yet, but I can start reinforcing pretty quickly. Right. So, oh sorry, I will actually go ahead and build another watchtower up on this river bend. We got some more troops. There. Alright, I'm gonna end that one there. Just curious that the Wizard of start with Vigzaro, but now it's Hyrule's again. And we got Wildlife and Captain Wildlife. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of siege that out. For some reason, I can just never actually capture Snow Peak. I'm very bad at that map, apparently. So you guys are building a barracks. Yes, and I can't do anything else. I'm building a barracks, and I'm also going to go ahead and build a diplomat so I can start talking to maybe the Gorons. Because in my playtesting, the Gorons actually attack me within the first 10 turns. And that is never something I want to have happen because the Gorons are kind of incredible. Alright, well, call that one there. I think I'm going to take things a little bit slower this time. And let some of these sieges kind of pan out a little bit so I can kill a few of the units. Was Hyrule going to declare war on me immediately because they want Snow Peak and I'm sieging it right now? I think that's going to be the case. It happened last time. Like, oh, we want Snow Peak. And so they attacked me for it, and they lost. And they took their capital. I got the general, which is good. I think I'm going to need that. Should have you guys go up and just stand here. Support the people at Snow Peak. And so they got a bunch of units, they got a bunch of units. How long are they gonna last? 7 turns? Let's see. I'll give them a turn. Meanwhile, let's go and we'll talk to the Gorons. And hopefully we can get an alliance with them, because it'd be much more useful attacking Hyrule than they would be attacking us. I guess that's the case for any faction, really, but it's not entirely the point. See, I can't go find the Gorons yet. Is there an alliance? Oh, nice. That actually was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Yeah, sure. Cool. And of course, the Gorons already have a massive empire in Death Mountain. Alright, I'll you guys just kind of go walk down towards Kakariko for now. Have this general go up and support you, as well as get some lancers in here. Damn it. Alright. Gorons like me. Generals. Alright. With that then, I think I'll go ahead and assault the castle. And they have a couple of rogue Hylian soldiers. And I have some ladders or something. And yeah, I think I have enough soldiers now. I don't have any archers actually, I thought I did. Well, I've got a... yeah, I'll be fine. So I can fight this one on the field. One thing I do like about the Lanayru Province is that their generals actually have a fairly decent variety in their portraits. Some of them have like the helmets, some of them don't. And I don't know, it's one thing about... this is like a heavy castle actually. One thing about Ordona, which was kind of weird, is that just they all kind of look very much the same. So yeah, so we got Guardian Maidens, which are actually like one of like the better units. In fact, they're a general unit. So if I can't find that general somewhere. Here he is. Big fancy headdress thing. So Guardian Maidens, light infantry, they're supposed to be kind of like one of the more unique units of the faction. They're supposed to be like really good. I'm not entirely sure how, but they are. Then we have Queen Rutella, right there, who also leads some Guardian Maidens, and she's a faction leader. She's featured in Twilight Princess, but not to a great degree. Don't really get to know her. Here's my regular conscripts. They're my cheap units. They're kind of just like a militia unit. In fact, they're very similar to the militia. As you can see, some of them are like a Zora descent. Some of them are actually little Hylians here, and they got little Hylian helmets actually. They got more conscripts, and here we got our Ocean Guard. Which are actually spearmen. Huh, I didn't know that. But they got giant, heavy, like shell shields, pretty much in one arm. How are they spearmen? That's weird. And there's more conscripts. Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's right. There's also the Coral Lancers, but that guy like just didn't have enough movement points to make it here for some reason. So you guys seems to be a unit. Not too much wall here. So this guy go to that wall. This guy go to that wall. Go here. You know what? My general's gonna go up. Queen Rutella's just gonna stand back for now. Keep her on the ladder for now, I guess. And you can actually go ahead and take that other one. Alright, let's start this. You guys go take that. So we got, there's all these rogue Hylian soldiers. They're like a special kind of mercenary unit. All non-Hyrule factions can take them. Okay, so they're all just kind of retreating back? Yeah, I think they're just kind of trying to consolidate their forces there. I don't blame them. They still don't have enough forces to take the walls. Just gonna go ahead and speed that up a little bit. Meanwhile, Tella, you can probably drop that, and you guys just can set up like back here. Yeah, Guardian Maidens, there aren't that many in a unit. Which is a little annoying. They better be really good then, because they're only light infantry. For 30 of them. But you go ahead and take that gatehouse. You guys finish climbing up. They're ready to destroy that gate long before they actually capture the gatehouse. Up we go. Let's see, they have oil. Doesn't look like they have oil, okay. So, Tella, you can run through here. You guys make it to the ground. You guys also make it to the ground. Tella's coming through. A little lone soldier who died from one arrow from the tower. His sacrifice will be remembered. Set up here. Still moving? Okay. This should be pretty easy. Wish I had an archer unit though. So what happens is these guys are going to go ahead and set up here. So just move there, I guess. You guys are going to set up here. You guys are going to also set up here. Let's see if we can't draw them out so we can flank them. Come on. Draw them out. Heh. Alright, they're being smart about it at least. Alright, conscripts. So what's happening is you guys pause the game. First off, actually, you guys are gonna go ahead and just run just like that to flank them. You guys are gonna charge right in front of them. And you guys are going to also charge in right in front of them. You guys are gonna move up as well as you and that general. And we'll see who isn't moving afterwards. Alright, go. For Lanayru! For freedom! For love! Maybe I'll have to figure out a better war cry than that. Yeah, my little people who are also of Hylian descent, or still like Hylian pure-blooded, I guess, they actually have the same helmets that these guys have, or yeah, pretty much the same helmets at least. Alright, well at least we're flanking them a little bit. I want you guys to just kind of run in and surround them. Come on, go. Get as many of us onto them as possible. Okay, not fight them. You guys go in. What do you have? Morale of all allied and enemies is restored to maximum. That's pretty funny, actually. You guys to run in. Oh, sorry, these guys are spearmen. Okay, they got spears. Must have been. Oh, they were carrying the ladders before. ahead and charge these guys in the back. You guys, come on. Only like 5 of you are fighting. Alright, I want you guys to run back here now, because you guys aren't doing anything. These guys are wavering. See, it's interesting, because Ritella's benevolence, like, I could totally see a very useful situation, but that depends on you losing in the first place. That, like, you're in such a bad situation that your enemy's morale is high enough that you restoring their morale is actually isn't as beneficial to them as it is to restoring your own. Which, sorry about that, my phone went off. Which isn't a terrible thing, I guess. You know, like, it's... like, I could definitely see a use for it, but it's kind of like, I'd rather just not get to a situation where that would happen in the first place. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Thanks for shooting at from the castle, that's cool. I like this castle. I know it's a default castle, but it's nice to actually be fighting in kind of a castle, not just kind of those weird, like, fort city things. Come on. Blow that horn. It'd be hilarious if Rutella died in this battle. That's like the one thing I'd reload to save for. Because I don't want like the only sense of character in this game to just die immediately. Yeah, we're losing a fair amount of troops, but I think, you know, that the rate at which we lose troops is going to drop significantly as we start killing more and more of them. See, we've only lost 1%, but I'm pretty sure we've already killed like another 4 or 5% of them by now. Yeah, we're pretty much done. This settlement has been taken in the name of equality and freedom. Well, not quite yet, but it will be pretty soon. Alright, you guys can stop shooting at us now. Okay, there we go. Clear victory. Nobody got experience. Yeah. Eventually I'm gonna start getting some heftier units. Like, I'm particularly fond of the aquamarine design, where they're like Lanayru people and they're wearing kind of like Link's Zora armor from Twilight Princess. It's got very cool kind of like scale mail stuff, and they're like a heavy infantry unit for the faction. So we got Pinnacle Cove. Just gonna walk in. So we got mines. Go ahead and immediately build mines for that, actually. And just build some conscripts. And you guys walked all the way there, I think. No, just the general just did. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. And the general's gonna stick behind. There's a couple of conscripts. He's gonna leave afterwards. But, just gonna go build watchtower for my remaining rupees. And I'm gonna go down and just take this settlement. Just gonna be down here. I'm gonna take that, because nobody's ever gonna take that, really. Because I plan on having stuff here, and so it's just gonna be this weird backwater area. But yeah, what about these guys? So what do you have? Basic units only. I'll go ahead and just reinforce people up there. Also, totally forgot Snow Peak. You can't actually use ladders at Snow Peak. So, maintain that siege. And, alright, well, we're gonna end that turn there. And I'll play one more turn, and I'm definitely running on time right now, so, I think I'll save Snow Peak for episode 2. But, it'll be fine. We already got a battle in, and, you know, the first episode requires a certain amount of logistics to be taken care of anyway. Oh, wow. Hyrule actually fucked off. They usually don't do that. Usually they go ahead and attack me. Where's my diplomat? Go here. See, I'm not sure, because if Hyrule attacked me now, it would be kind of an excuse to go to war with them. Because right now they are the easier faction, they're more adjacent to me. But that doesn't necessarily exclude the fact that, they aren't like the only ones, if that makes any sense. I still need it. I can just loop around here, go in through the Zora territory, and then come through Hyrule if that were the case. So let's see, so I can also start hiring some Giru Macemen, and reinforce my ranks with a couple of bits of heavier infantry in the meantime. Let me keep that guy there. And once I get these mines going in Pinnacle Cove, I'll be getting actually a very, very solid amount of money. Go ahead and spell 2 Rams in Reishu. I got here the General in a couple of units, so what might end up happening might just loop this guy around. Let's see how long it would take. 2 turns. Yeah, I actually have him loop around and support Rotella, because that General actually does a lot for auto-resolve, and I don't really have very good units with her. Besides her own unit, but that General would also have Guardian Maidens as far as I'm aware. Alright. So, eventually I have to close this border off, put a fortress there so the Goma don't sneak up on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and end that turn right there. And this episode, beginning of turn 7, I think. Okay, so I can start up after that. Come on. Alright, so we got construction, units. Alright. Well, that's episode 1 for the Lanayru Province. I'm just going to be calling this series Lanayru, at least in the titles, because, well, last time I had to go ahead and rename all of my province names, and decided to change my faction name. And considering that we start off as an independent faction, it doesn't make much sense for us to really keep calling ourselves Lanayru Province. Maybe I will. Maybe we're that humble. But, yeah, if you guys have a suggestion as to what I should actually call my faction, go ahead and leave it in the comments. But, if not, you don't have to, obviously. But, thank you guys for watching, and of course, I will see you guys next time.